Hello, gamers of the Game Report. Just a bit of news to update you guys on. I'm going to start doing update videos every day or so, maybe every 2 days of updates, because in the past I've announced when a champion's coming out or when new skins are coming out, but I never started doing updates on how it's doing on the testing server. So, to update you guys, because last time I told you about the DragonBlade Riven's legendary skin coming, Warring Kingdoms, Tryndamere, and the Lunar Goddess Diana. So all of these three skins are near completion. They may be in the next patch because they are just on the PB about 9 minutes ago. They've updated and brought out the splash arts. The Diana one was actually brought out a few days ago. This is all due to Surrender20 to update me on this news and give pictures of the splash arts. So this would be DragonBlade Riven. Absolutely looks amazing. As you can tell, Dragonblade, and she's fighting off people. Pretty damn cool. It would have been cooler if that was like Pantheon. And then there's Warring Kingdoms Tryndamere, probably his best skin yet. It just looks great, just like all the other Warring Kingdoms. And then Lunar Goddess Diana, because you know how Diana is the moon while Leona is the sun. So I thought I'd show you guys that, and then there's some other small changes. There's Lunar Revel Summoner icons just like last year, but this time it's gonna kind of have something to do with the three new skins. So this would be the Lunar Goddess one, Diana. This would be Warring Kingdoms Tryndamere and Dragonblade Riven. Pretty amazing. I don't know what the horse is for. Maybe if you get all three, you get the horse. They haven't really explained it. One for the Year of the Horse. Okay, that's what the other one's for. New ghost icon. Looks cool. Yeah, looks much better than what it is right now. The one right now looks stupid. So they're doing buffs to Darius's alt. This is to alternative, so it's not for sure, but this is on the PB for testing, and if it goes over well, they will be buffing Darius's alt. So instead of a 12-second timer to get another alt on someone for a kill, you have 20 seconds. Janna's alt it now is 3 second duration with the same healing as the last PB update. The last PB update, they increased the healing, the amount of healing, and the duration by one. Instead, they just took off the duration by one, but kept the same healing, so it'll heal more over time. Um, the Nautilus's E is going to have a bigger range. Rengar's Q is fixed so that you can't quadruple Q anymore. That's what this is for. It's 2 seconds instead of 6 to activate your next one. Diana also reads, all other enemies will have the Moonlight debuff removed regardless of whether they were the target of Lunar Rush. Xin Zhao's alt now lists damage is max 600 versus monsters, that's his alt. And Yorick, Omen of Famine, his E, now reads healing from ghoul damage halved against minions and monsters from just healing effect is halved against minions. So I guess Jungle Yorick was too strong or something. No one was using it, so that's interesting. There's some talk on the forums from Medler. He's talking about preseason and some changes for season 4. So nerfs to Spirit Visage and Sunfire Cape, because right now the tank masteries basically made these items way too strong. Even without the tank masteries, these items are so powerful. Scion needs a rework, of course. Cillian's future rework, I made a video about that if you guys want to go back to it. They're making a change to Wriggle's Lantern so that it might, they're thinking about it, is making it have an upgrade from where it is right now. Kog'Maw's Q is now going to be a skill shot, which means it's going to have longer range, more damage, and it's a skill shot harder to hit instead of just selecting someone. Then the last thing, because I've read through all this before, so I could quickly summarize it for you guys. Ash's role, I don't know that one, so we'll go down. Let's find Ash. Oh, they're also making some changes maybe to ruins and stuff. They're not 100% sure yet because rune changes are huge and they don't want to just do it and then regret it after. Okay, so to someone asking for his thoughts on Ash's balance, why does Ash, who has no star at only 180 ratio and no on-hit damage, have terrible AD? First thing here, is Ash's damage too low? Certainly, her damage output overall is low for an AD carry. She does bring more utility than any other, however, so that's inappropriate. If, for argument's sake, her damage output is too low, bearing that in mind, is base stats the place to give her more damage, or would spell rank ups or ratios be a better choice? Ratios give more effect from items purchased. Spell rank ups offer power in a discrete moment that's both easier to appreciate and generally offers more opportunities for gameplay expression of skill. Overall, we feel her power is in a pretty good spot at the moment, so if we did want to add damage, that would involve looking elsewhere on the kit to compensate for that added power. Why does Ashe, who's the only AD carry with no mobility at 325 movement speed, and who's been being outclassed in range more and more, have 325 movement speed when more and more champions get released with gap closers? Here I'd have to disagree that Ashe is getting outclassed in range more and more. From beta onwards, she's been one of the highest auto attack range champions, but not the highest, with strong poke with decent but not the longest range, with a light CC attached that's easy to hit, with plus a global hard CC ult. They're talking about how she has slows and then the ulti stun. Her lack of mobility and movement speed reflects the amount of utility she brings, and that she can contribute meaningfully from a fair distance without being especially item dependent. Certainly, Ashe does suffer, if not peeled for, against champions with strong engage, bruisers, assassins especially, so she's not a pick all the time champion. She's also not a good choice if you need a high damage AD carry. She brings a distinct set of skills, is a favored pick by some competitive teams, but not all. Goes well with some team comps, but not all, and moves in and out of favor somewhat based on which other champions are currently popular. On those grounds, I'd argue she's actually a fairly good example of how a champion should be to give an interesting and diverse champion pool. I can't speak with any expertise as to her exact stats power at present. The live balance guys are much more informed on that side of things than I am. I do feel her core design's reasonably solid, however, though perma-slow does create a few fighter health issues. You mentioned you feel her kit has some serious fundamental issues beyond just numbers in your linked post. Is there anything in particular? So he's basically saying Ashe, in his opinion, is balanced, and therefore she should stay where she is. And why is Ziggs so popular right now? Nice to see him getting played. I think he's a bit strong on the strong side, though. Gonna look at bringing his power down a little. So Ziggs is getting a nerf that's really needed. He's actually picking bans now from how strong Ziggs has gotten. I hope you guys enjoyed this update. It was all brought to you because of looking at Surrender 20 and having a little light. And I thought that you guys would be interested in updates on what's happening on the PvE. I'll continue to do these. If you like them, please leave a like below. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're a new viewer. And as always, leave a comment below of what you guys think. And update me on what else you guys know or need to know. Or any questions. See you.